morning, everyone. Cynthia here. I am back from my Disney World vacation. Actually, a couple of days ago, but as with any vacation, it always takes you, uh, a few days to recover. so, and Disney World is not a place that you necessarily go to relax. Lots of walking, lots of eating. We had a great time. I finally got to Trader Sam's Tiki Bar and got some tiki mugs to go hopefully in our tiki bar here at home. So that was one of the highlights, one of them, one of the many highlights of the trip. But I'm going to share with you some things that actually I found in a flea market in, I believe it's North Carolina. North Carolina, on the way home, we came through on the weekend, and so there's a few flea markets that we like to stop at if we happen to be going through there on the weekend. And there were a couple of very nice ladies who had a pile of vintage scrapbook photo albums. And I'm showing you this one first because this is the one that the first one that I bought. I kind of looked through them and was like, I got like $40 in my pocket and I didn't know how much I wanted to spend. They had $25 on this one. And this is one of 6 vintage scrapbooks that I got. And this one I chose to purchase. I asked her what her best price, and she said 18. I jumped at that. And this one is so fun. Got lots of pictures. These are from 1912, Detroit, 1912. Niagara Falls, 1912. Here we go. So yeah, Prospect Park in Brooklyn, Bayfront. So I loved all of the, I hope you can see that. You know me, I'm having a heck of a time getting centered. But just lovely, fun photographs. These people really traveled. Yeah, I'm just going to quickly kind of go through just randomly cute pictures. Oh my gosh. How cute is that? So, yeah, 1919. Looks like there were some photos that were removed, which is perfectly fine with me. 1919 here. Arlington and Washington, D.C. Ocean City, 1922. So yeah, I just really love this. It's just packed full of personal photos from their travels. And then also we get into where they have some postcards and things put in. I'm not sure why this one is stuck in so strangely. There must be a reason. I'm not going to try to open that up. I haven't done a lot of looking through things. So here, Virginia Skyline Drive, Battlefield National Park is very rusty paper clips holding that in. But yeah, then a lot of really great postcards. Now, these are all glued in, well glued in. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with this one. I really loved it, and I thought I would probably just keep it as it is. Washington, D.C. Here's some more postcards. The Flume. This is in New Hampshire. Yeah, I used to live near there. Oh, I loved it. I loved living in New Hampshire. Here we go. A steamer ship. Yeah, just, anyway, I really loved this scrapbook. Yeah, Franconia Notch in the White Mountains. That's near where I lived as well. Yeah, so much fun. Where's this? Looking up from Mystic Gorge and the Steamline Ferry, Lake Champlain. So yeah, they did some fun traveling. Yeah, these nice postcards. And these may not be, these are not glued in. So they finally figured out the use of photo corners. So yeah, so some of these are pretty nice, great shape. See if I can get it back in there. So yeah, this was my favorite of all of them. So I did pay, I paid $18 for this, which is a bargain all day long. It's a bargain. They did put in some things from the World's Fair. Looks like they kind of cut down the flyer to fit in the book, but I still think it's a wonderful little memento. They have some postcards from the World's Fair. And then it ends with some personal photos. And there were quite a few extra things sort of stuck in here. East River Bridge, Detroit, Michigan. So yeah, just some personal postcards on the grounds of the White House. So yeah, I thought this was really great. I think this is a personal note. Love the handwriting. I think it actually might be. Is this a wedding? Oh yeah. So this is a wedding announcement. So yeah, there we go. So that was kind of tucked in the back. So that's the first one, you guys. That's the one that I paid $18 for. And then I started looking through a couple of the others. And I really liked them. And the one woman said, so there's another one. Let me get you the next one that I looked through. This one is almost all postcards. Is that the front? Where's the front? I don't know. Oh yeah. So this one is almost all postcards. It's a larger book. And this one says, our trip Florida, West Coast and return November 1940 to August 1942. So they did a lot of traveling. This one does have personal photos. Oh, and some insect residue. Ooh. We'll clean that up. These have been around for a while. But lots of postcards. And I just loved this album. She had $50 on it. I asked her, you know, what her best would be on it. And she said, oh, 38. And I said, oh, I don't have that much money in my pocket. And the other lady, this is the last day of the flea market. And the other lady was like, I tell you what, $40, you can have all of them. I was like, wait, you go from 38 for just this one to 40 for all of them? And I only had $23 in my pocket or something. So I called for my mom. I'm like, Mom, get over here. So anyway, she came over. She gave me the other $20, and I left with all of them. So yeah, so I really, really loved this one, mostly for the vintage postcards. It's kind of fun. They've got the flyers and the bus schedules and all kinds of things in here. Yeah, just really thought it was a really fun scrapbook. So pretty, oops, knocking things off my desk. Pretty thrilled to get this one. Just flipped through a few more pages. I don't want to bore you guys too much. But yeah, these people did a lot of traveling. So down into Mexico, Carlsbad Caverns, Tucson, Arizona. So yeah, I just, like I said, really thrilled to get this guy. Flagstaff, Arizona. So that was the second one I was looking at, which got me the deal to just buy all of them for $40. So that's the second one. I do want to leaf through all of them and share them with you. A couple of them are so special. This one was the smallest one. It was $8. I have to say it's kind of funny. So this one was a young woman. I believe that this is her on her wedding. Louise married Ed. And, so some of these photos, I'm not sure who the little girl is unless it's her. It might be her. Up through the years, it looks like maybe it is. Yeah, Louise 5 years, Louise 4 years, Christmas 5 years, Louise 6.5 years. So she kind of put together a little scrapbook, probably with some favorite photographs of herself and her family. And then it gets up to her like being in high school and college. So here she is, 17 years old, 1948. And then all of a sudden, here's her engagement announcement. Let's see. Miss Stewart is a graduate of Bristol High School and is now attending Bucknell University in Lewisburg, where she is a member of the Phi Mu sorority. Mr. Lewis was graduated from Elmira Free Academy and Bucknell University class of 1950, with a Bachelor of Science degree. He's now attending Officers Candidate School in Newport, Rhode Island. All right, so then here's her wedding announcement. 7 young women attend Miss Thorne at her wedding. And then here is the baby announcement of the baby that was born. And then there are a couple of pictures of her and the child. And then she must have gotten very busy. Because there's not a dang thing in the whole rest of it. So anyway, I just thought that was funny. It was like, yep. He wanted to keep this scrapbook of all your big life experiences, and then you have a kid, and guess what? You don't have any more time. So anyway, there was that one. Not much in that one, but I did of course find it kind of funny. This was another one that I got just because she said take them all, and this one has had quite a bit of stuff removed from it, as you can tell. This, I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to tell, like if they came from the same house or whatever. So a lot of these they're from the 40s. Looks like the earliest photographs in here from 1940. People traveling, photos with their families. Yeah. So just some mishmash photos. I love this photo. I love this photo. It's so fun. And then of course, boys all dressed up to go off to war. Yeah, Cabin in the Smoky Mountains, 1941. So yeah, then there's a lot of empty pages where I suspect there may have been postcards. So Delaware Gap, some extras thrown in here, Roosevelt Highway. Anyway, so this one is just kind of a mishmash. Bradenton, Florida. That's a beautiful footbridge and riverfront park. Don't know where any of these are from. This is a beautiful big postcard. Delaware Water Gap. That's a very nice shot. So anyway, this one, like I said, lots of personal photos, travels, homes. I haven't done a lot of looking through to try. Usually I do try to look through and see if I can figure out where the people were from. Sometimes there's personal information, sort of like that wedding invitation. It tells me who they are, where they're from, but like this. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Yeah. So that's that. Just a photo album full of photos and vintage postcards. Lots of empty pages, but still lots of really great stuff. 1965. Don't know what this. Kissimmee Allstate Tourist Club, Kissimmee, Florida. Everybody goes to Florida on vacation, right? There we are. So yeah, goes up to into the 50s, I believe. Funny old guy. Huh, this has an inscription on the back. It's kind of interesting. Like I said, I haven't done a lot of investigating into who these people might be, where a lot of the photos were taken. Oh, here again is a whole nother big bunch of postcards. This is from working at the Division Finance for the 1st Infantry Division in Vietnam. So, yeah, these were sent later. Anyway, lots of interesting stuff in here. And still a few more scattered loose photos and postcards. Oh, look at that camper. I love it. So anyway, and then a lot of empty pages at the end. So there's that one. This next one is not as impressive, but I find it really interesting. Now this is the oldest one by far. It's from 1910. And it was a scrapbook. It's in really bad shape, as you can tell. A scrapbook kept by Miss Grace Murray, who won a competition. She taught school in Brooklyn, and she won a competition, and the top 10 vote getters in this competition, and she was number 10, got to go on this fantastic European trip. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it. All these women here. There she is, Grace Murray, public school number 5. And she and all these other teachers got to go on the RMS Caronia to Europe in 1910. And this is basically a lot of newspaper clippings about her trip. There are a few sort of color things, but they're more scraps that she cut out and glued in. Yeah, just general photos probably from a pamphlet. There are some original pieces of ephemera, July 16th, 1910. But they went all over. They went to London. They went to France. They visited Versailles. They were in Paris. They just went everywhere. They went to the Netherlands. They went to Germany. Yeah, so it was quite a trip. And like I said, a lot of it is just newspaper clippings. I'm sure they were sent to her from people back home. Some old postcards. And yeah, so just more of the same on that. There are some flyers that are kind of interesting. Very delicate now. The paper is so old. So yeah, at the end of the books, here's Venice. So these are all the places that they visited. What I thought was, oh, I don't know where that one goes. Just a little extra one tucked in there. At the end of the trip, so coming back on the trip, she actually fell ill while on board the ship. So anyway, when the ship came in, she was ill. She was sick with typhoid fever. The doctor thought maybe it was cholera, but she was typhoid fever. Miss Marie is unchanged. She's reported to be no worse. But then, luckily, there was a reunion of the Eagle Girls. That's what they called them. They won the trip to Europe, and then they had... So she must have recovered. Marie, who was brought home with typhoid fever, was congratulated on her recovery. And that is the end of the scrapbook. But I loved this scrapbook. It was the trip of a lifetime. And I'm pretty sure she knew it at the time. So anyway, just thought that was pretty awesome. Like I said, really in bad shape. But you kind of wonder where these things come from. Like who put these in the bin or donated them? Like Miss Murray's probably somebody's grandmother, great-grandmother, mom. I don't know. Just always seems to me like these are sort of family treasures, and then they don't get passed along, and you kind of wonder why. You wonder what happened. Last but not least, this is not all that exciting, but this scrapbook is from the presidential election of, I can't remember what year, but this person just loved Alf Landon, who is the Republican nominee for president running against Roosevelt. And this person was either a vehement Republican or just a huge fan of Alf Landon. Yeah, so anyway, I don't, maybe they were from Kansas. I don't know, because Landon was from Kansas. So yeah, really was keeping a scrapbook, I'm sure, thinking that they were headed to a phenomenal victory. They did not keep it up. Lots of blank pages. There are all of these newspaper articles that were cut out, but not glued in. And there was one other, oh, and then this piece in here, which I thought was this beautiful big color portrait of Alf Landon. Landon for president. So yeah, that was the final one. You know, this one, she was like, you got to take them all. So I took them all, even though I wasn't really impressed with this one. But I do kind of like the graphic on the outside of it. So you guys, that's my video for today. I will share with you other things about the trip. But right now I wanted to get those. I just wanted to share those with you, and then I'm going to figure out what the heck I'm doing with them. I just love this kind of stuff, but I actually do have several now, and I'm trying to think about where I'm putting them and how I'm storing them, and anyway, not sure, but I love them, and I'm so glad to have them. So, you know, I left for vacation, and it was 80 degrees out when I came home. It was below freezing. So I hope you guys are staying warm wherever you are. It's pretty chilly around here, but that's okay. I love fall and winter, so I'm kind of happy that it's upon us and I can start wearing my turtleneck sweaters again. Yeah, I hope that heading into the holiday time, you guys have a great time. I hope everyone's getting vaccinated. I'm 3 shots in now. I got my booster before I went on my trip. And I'm hoping that families can get together and enjoy the holidays in safety. So with that being said, I will see you again real soon with another vintage haul and hopefully a new journal. I did take all of my craft supplies, and then we were so busy I didn't hardly have time to do anything. So I would like to find some time to work on my vacation journal, my altered book, hopefully this weekend. And okay, so that's it, you guys. It's been great being back, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you back here real soon. Bye.